today. Really appreciate everyone getting out and making it here today. It's not been easy getting word out and getting, spreading the word with this. We know that it's an extremely busy time of year, and we know that there's so much on. It's really loud. We know there's so much on that we appreciate you coming. We know there's school sport, we've got family gatherings, all that stuff this time of year. Farmers, haymaking, milking, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, we commend you for making the effort to come out here. That's awesome. Thank you very much. Can everyone hear me down the back there? Everyone hear me? Yeah, okay. So before we get going with a couple of speeches, anyone needs a toilet? The other side of the square there are toilets. Just some housekeeping, I guess. There's a register over on the table here for people to put their names down. This is for all going well. We won't have too many future events. We want to see you again, but you know. But if we have to keep going with this, if you can put your name down, we can contact you again. Much easier to do so. And everyone's got a sign. If we kind of get the ones that we've given out back, that'd be great. Sounds cheap, but then we've got them for next events and put them out elsewhere. At the end of this, we would like to at the end of the speeches, we'd like everyone to gather around and we'll get a photo with the tractor here. And everyone, it'd be great to get some of your photos. You can take some photos of what's happening here, but also you can share those on the GE Honesty webpage. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to happen, but yeah. Anyway, tag GE Honesty, that's the thing. And most importantly, enjoy yourselves today. We've got a stunning day. Despite it being a very serious issue, it's great to see you all here. Let's enjoy being in the sunshine and being with like-minded people, working together for the greater good of New Zealand, common good. Remember to cherish that. And that's it. That's the housekeeping stuff. So, I guess this is the part that makes me nervous. But anyway, I'm going to do a bit of a speech from my perspective. So,
Excuse me, the people on the other side of the road can't hear a word of what you're saying, so any chance that we
really loud in my ears, so it sounds loud. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to speak today from my perspective as a farmer. So this speech is a parent and farmer's call for caution on GMOs. I'm standing here today not as a scientist or a politician, as a concerned parent and a farmer. Two roles that tie me directly to the land and to the future we're building for our children. Every day, like many of you, I pack lunches, cook dinners, although my wife does more of that, try to provide food that is honest and clean, as clean as I can manage. Every day on the farm, I work with soil, seeds and weather, the things that we all rely on, whether we think about them or not. Though these two words meet in a simple question: what do we want our children to eat? In a world where so much of our diet is processed foods, packaged and artificial, many of us find comfort in knowing that our produce, the meat, dairy, veggies, cereals and fruit grown here, are as close to natural as possible. That they're the real thing, that they're safe, that they're ours. That's why many parents and farmers, myself included, feel uneasy about genetically engineered organisms being introduced into our food system. It's not fear of science, it's not resistance to progress, it's a desire for transparency, choice and control over what enters our farms, our kitchens and our children's bodies. GMOs come with promises. Higher yields, fewer sprays, resilience. But they also come with uncertainties, each ecological, economic and generational. Once a GMO crop is released into the environment, an environment like ours, an island nation, it becomes impossible to pull it back. Seeds travel, pollen travels. Think about our recent northwest winds that caused so much damage, the floods and Cyclone Gabrielle. We know how that went. Markets shift and farmers, especially small farmers, often bear the consequences and the costs. New Zealand has always been proud of its purity, our clean green environment, our careful stewardship, and our reputation abroad. And this isn't just a slogan, it's an economic lifeline. Around the world, especially in Europe, the demand for non-GMO and identity preserved food is growing rapidly, as is the premium for it. People want to know what's in their food and where it comes from. Many countries cannot supply that anymore, at least with certainty. But we still can, because we're an island, because we've been careful, because we've held onto something precious. If we lose that, we lose far more than a marketing angle. We lose our point of difference that took generations to build. As a parent, I want to be able to look my kids in the eye and say, I did everything I could to safeguard your food, the food you eat. As a farmer, I want to protect the markets that sustain us, the soils we depend on, and the reputation that sets New Zealand apart. For some, genetically modified organisms, gene-edited species, or genetically engineered species, all the same thing, may represent opportunity. But for many of us, they represent a risk. A huge risk to our land, our markets, and our children's future food. So today, I'm asking for caution. I'm asking for care. I'm asking that we protect what makes our food system special, and that we think long and hard before opening the doors to changes that cannot be reversed. Because once we change the seed, we change everything that grows from it. Thank you.